All right, guys. We're again third day JCBL Tryouts. Another one of the wonderful prospects here. If you could, sir, just go ahead and give us your name and what baseball has meant to you so far.
Absolutely. So my name is Ulises Hernandez. I'm from Miami, Florida, and baseball has changed my life so much in the sense where it gives me a lot of purpose. It gives me the opportunity to actually show what God has blessed us to do, which is play the game of baseball. Just this game alone, we do what probably less than 1% some of the people do sometimes. It's very hard to go out there and actually have all of the will to actually try to hit 95-mile-per-hour fastball. It's a great feeling. And it saved my life as well. I've been through a lot of hardships in my life. Honestly, without baseball, Lord knows where it could have took me.
And I feel like there's a lot that can be said about baseball, just translating into normal life because it's a game of failures.
Absolutely.
And everybody talks about how you fail 70% of the time. Well, that's kind of life.
Absolutely. In life, it's there's a lot of L's to take sometimes. But at the same time, failure is your biggest teacher. When every time you fail, you actually learn a lot more than somebody just coming up to you and just telling you advice. Rather than you go take a risk and you do something, and then when you fail, you learn, you get back up and do it again. I forgot the name of his bodybuilder. Like, he was a real famous bodybuilder, but he said it better than anybody. He said, "I want you to get up, I want you to fail, I want you to get up and do it again."
Yep. Absolutely.
And that's a sweet thing.
Man, so what positions are you trying out for?
So primarily I am a first baseman, and my backup position is pitching. So
Okay.
I'm a real good defender. I defend the ball really well. People call me like a wall. I always keep the ball in front of me, which as a first baseman, that's your number one job. So always make sure that you catch the ball and keep the ball in front of you. Because anytime the ball comes right by you, it gives the opportunity for the runner to advance to the next base, or especially if someone's at third, giving the opportunity to score. And you don't want that. So you always want to make sure the ball's in front of you. And I let the shove in the mound. So why not?
What do you throw off the mound? What's your repertoire?
So I like to use my 4-seam 2-seam combo. A lot of times there's a thing called tunneling your hitter.
Yep.
So I'll start with a 4-seam right there, and if I get it right down the middle, then I want to tunnel that with my 2-seam, either cutting this way or cutting down, depending on the situation, and then attack him either with my curveball or slider, depending on the hitter. If I see the hitter like beyond out front, then I'm just sliding it all the time.
I bet it's easy. I bet it's really nice to be able to set up that 2-seam with the slider and everything.
100%.
Well, especially when they start leaning.
100%. But you just got to get them embarrassed.
So, what is baseball like? What has it taught you this weekend? Seeing all the competition, all the guys out here, have you learned anything with this experience? And what does the opportunity for JCBL mean to you?
So, if there's one thing that baseball will always teach you, no matter where you're at, whether you're at a trial, or you're at a pro camp, or wherever it is to be humble. Humbling is a very big thing. Okay, I thought the ball was gonna come over here. Humbling is a very big thing. This game can take you to your highs and to your lows. So it's always good to maintain neutral and just be very grateful and appreciative that you even get a chance to even be out here and even showcase what God has blessed you with. And with the JCBL, I see a lot of hope. I see a really big future in this league. I've been talking to Jonathan since early September, and at first I didn't really think much of it, but I just absolutely love how someone like Jonathan can come into this baseball world and actually show not only myself but to any player in the world that there's somebody here that cares about you and actually wants to develop you and wants to see you successful, and even if you don't make it simple, but he gave his 1,000% into you, rather than, unfortunately, some of the scouts they come out and they just look for reasons to not develop you and not sign you.
Yeah.
So it's I see a really big future, and I can't wait to be a part of this league. I can't wait to show them what I'm made of, and most importantly, get to the pros. It's been my number one dream, and I'm never gonna stop. I'm 31, still chasing.
Yes, sir. So before I let you go, what are your socials and ways people can still continue to follow and support you?
Absolutely. So I have a funny little username. So you can follow me at yayo/official/305 because I'm from Miami, Florida, born and raised. So you can find me right there. Pretty much. I have a Facebook as well. You know, Ulises Hernandez. You can look me up. You know, you'll see a funny cartoon dude like this. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. You know, I appreciate you guys for even interviewing me. Like it was an honor and opportunity to even come out and talk to you guys. You know, and if any other questions you want to ask, please ask away, man. I'm an open book.
Man, thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing more of you out here, brother.
Absolutely, most definitely. Thank you guys so much for your time.